Okay, guys, look, let me say this once. Let me say it clearly so there is absolutely no confusion. No one is leaving the club. Is that clear? Yes, Baltinson, I know that Kadlik left, but that's because he was going clubbing every night. He was unprofessional. Where's everybody going? Don't you dare go night clubbing.
Synge samman till segerskroppen, mal fram Grindavik. Och jag vet, vid vattnen ger idag.
Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Grindavik on The Impossible Dream. It is Season 8, Episode 11 today. We will finish off the Champions League campaign by hosting Paris Saint-Germain. We'll have our end of season awards, our goal of the season competition. And before that, we will scroll down the endless list of bids we have had for our players. It's January 29th. The European winter window is coming to an end, but look at how many players have had bids coming in for them. And we are just beginning... We're just beginning to lose the dressing room a little bit, which is of slight concern. Now, there is one transfer that has gone through. That is the departure of Kadlik, so he's off in the nightclubs of Spain now, so he'll be happy. We're happy. We got 10 million for him, so good luck to him in his future career. But someone who will be back is MBAPPE. We have signed him on a permanent deal, 2.5 million, just the flat fee, nothing else to add on. He is going to become even a club-trained player. And I think if we're playing a back four in Europe, he's a really good tackler, good positioning. I think he's very, very solid for us. So I'm more than happy to pay the fee to get him in. If, like I say, if we're going to play a back four, he's going to be qualified for the club as well, which helps with registrations. So yeah, I think all round, it does make a little bit of sense to do that. Now, I said we were at risk of losing the dressing room. This is why. Neil Baltinson is the main problem. He's disappointed he wasn't able to join Arsenal. To be honest, we haven't really had any bids. I think we got one bid with add-ons that got to £1 million. So we're nowhere near what he's worth. But you can see here there's 10 players who agree with him. I've tried having the team meetings and I can't really talk people around. So it is really... I'm not sure what to do with him. His contract is up. Not this coming season, but the end of the next season. So hopefully he's going to just, get over it and become happy again. The other one is Albert Jonsson, sorry. He's disappointed not to be able to join AGF in Denmark. I mean, same with Parisi, disappointed to join this Swedish side. I'm not letting players leave to join. If they're going to leave to join Arsenal, then that's fair enough if they want to pay me 20 million for him. But I'm not going to let players join these garbage teams. So, yeah, that is just kind of is what it is. But, yeah. Dressing room, you can see the atmosphere has dropped off. At what point does Baltinson just become too much trouble? I mean, he's only 18 and he's that good. So I don't think we're at that point yet. But I think we can't afford to lose him for free, can we? So I don't know. There's one game to catch you up on. That was in the Champions League against Manchester City, away to Manchester City. It could have gone very wrong. Let's see what actually happened. We fell behind early and went 2-0 down inside 10 minutes. City added a third midway through the first half before adding a fourth and then a fifth before half-time. So yeah, it did go very wrong. We were better second half. If we want to cling to that, you can see on the XG tracker we at least had it. I mean, we limited them. It was sort of an even game second half, certainly based off the XG tracker. Now, what didn't help us in this game was a few injuries. Juleson at right back was injured. We had Baltson out injured, although to be fair, Gadidi is arguably as good. Bakali obviously is away with maybe not obviously, he's away at the Asian Cup with the Socceroos, so he was missing. We did try with the wingers. It was just a little bit disappointing, to be honest. But anyway, if we go and have a look at the table, and coming into this final match day, I can confirm we are done. We have nothing to play for. Even if we were to win, we'd go to 8 points. 8 points is going to take us up to 25th. Which is obviously not good enough, and that's assuming that some of the teams, it's only really Ajax and Besiktas don't go above us as well. So yeah, it's not going to happen. If anything, we're likely to drop down the league table than we are to go up it here. But yeah, disappointing to have a -9 goal difference as well, though it was a very tough group of fixtures. So this is it. Let's have a look here. We are hosting Paris Saint-Germain, and it can only really go wrong, can't it? MBAPPE, Musiala, or whatever his name is, up front. Yeah, 4-2, 3-4-3, I guess you would call that. And this is the team we're sending out. Rafferson in goal, Depe, Immonen, Parisi, and Juleson as the back four. Antonio, Jonsson, and Meshalek. We still have Bakali away with the Socceroos. Iskala, didn't mean to click on you. Iskala, Thomason, and Gadini will be the strikers. We do have... where's Baltinson? We do have him back from injury, but only just back. Literally just back. So we'll stick him on the bench. He's better than Ragnarsson, so... yeah, even if he is unhappy. But yeah, to sort of top off the list of unhappy players, also unhappy is, I believe, where are we here? It is Jonsson. Yeah, Jonsson's unhappy, and Parisi. So let's hope we get perform. I wonder if we don't play Parisi in this one, since he's unhappy. Yeah, have some of that. You don't get to be embarrassed. Okay, so we can see the team sheet there. There's a couple of other sort of real-life players. Medzovic, we had him. Oh, where did we have him? Villa or Forest? Like way back in my first ever year of doing YouTube, we had him. What's he doing at Paris Saint-Germain? Freddie Bakayoko. I wonder if that's any relation to Ibrahima. He was a Football Manager legend, wasn't he? No pressure on us. We're sick and tired of losing. It's been the same old story it always seems to be at the end of a season, where we just end on a low. So yeah, let's see if we can turn that around and get a bit of a better finish here. I'm worried about us defensively, to be honest. Now, these defenders, for the most part, are all teenagers. They're still quite young. So I don't want to panic too much. They will get better and improve, but... with the exception of Manchester United, we've conceded 4 to Barcelona, 4 to Lyon, 5 to Manchester City. We'll see what we do here, but we're just conceding too many goals, aren't we? As Roofwatch returns again. So that must be Immonen then, and not Parisi. Anyway, doesn't really matter who it is. We probably need to change those marking assignments, don't we? Alright, so that's done. Now, we have made at least one other signing. I can't remember if there's more than that coming. So, next episode, of course, is the transfer special. My hope is to be able to do it without missing a day. I'm not 100% sure if that's going to be possible or not. But I'll, as ever, let you know, Discord and Twitter and on the community tab, if there's not going to be an episode. But yeah, like I say, I'm relatively hopeful that I'll be able to get it all done in time. Crossbar. It's okay, it's over. We have done a little bit of work on defending. I mean, this was before the Manchester City game, but defending free kicks and corners, you wouldn't know it by that. They've certainly looked relatively dangerous from a corner as Rafferson punches it clear. Was it Depe in his head? Iskala. Oh, ball in again. It's crossbar, and it's going to be a penalty. Depe, perhaps. It looks like maybe somebody's gone to get the ball. The attackers just got there first and they've tripped them. Now, Rafferson couldn't save the penalty versus Haaland. Can he save it versus Mbappe? Come on, Rafi. Oh, he can! Oh, what a star he is. What a star he is. Let's encourage them. Can that be a little momentum shifter for us, perhaps? I mean, they're obviously dominating the game because it's all been down our end, but they've not opened us up from open play, which is promising. And we've had, at least half the possession as well. So it's not been a disastrous performance from us. Much, much better than the Manchester City game. Now, of course, their XG is going to be just massively thrown off because of the penalty they've had. But I don't see a need to do too much here, so we'll get back out there. Yeah, I mean, one thing we probably do need to look to improve over the transfer special is perhaps our wide players. I do think Thomason needs an upgrade on the left-hand side, as he's just proving there. Good save from Rafferson, but it was offside anyway. Iskala, I think, has the potential, considering he's 19. He's Danish now. Wasn't he Faranese? Oh, Juleson. He was Faranese, wasn't he? Why is he suddenly Danish? Anyway, Mbappe over a free kick. This is dangerous. And it is off the wall. Rafferson comes a long way, claims it comfortably. And adds to his 7.9 match rating, no doubt, with that. Gets it wide for Mosquera. Jonsson gets it tackled away, but keeps his feet and then loses out to Mbappe. Alright, let's try Gadini. I meant to do this before the game, actually. Let's try him as a deep lying forward, as Mbappe is in, and Mbappe has scored. And just before the hour mark, we go 1-0 down, which is just so disappointing. Can we blame anybody there? He's just too quick for the defence, isn't he? It actually wasn't too bad, you know. They were forcing him out wide. We just got Mbappe a little bit there. We've got a free kick to defend now. What we don't want to do is what happened against Manchester City, where we really did just kind of concede one and then fall in a bit of a heap. Oh, give them some encouragement. I'm wondering if Immonen is... I'm trying to figure out basically whose fault is it at the back that we're conceding goals. So we'll bring Parisi. I'm wondering if there's a lack of pace, is what I'm thinking. Immonen is not the quickest, and I'm just wondering if perhaps we need to just play him in the league for a little bit, though Mosquera has been done there by Mbappe, but there's better defenders than him that have been said that about them. So yeah, I wonder if Mosquera Parisi as a European back two might do better for us. But we've not really seen Gadini, have we? We've not seen Mashalik involved in the game. As Mbappe again. Oh, Rafferson, did he get a touch on it? No. Let's try demand more, see if that works for us. Not really. Alright, given the way that they're playing, let's try going back to the two up top and just see if that works for us. Okay, so on comes Baltinson and Ormarkson, off come Thomason and Iskala, the two wide players. So we'll see how this works. There's nothing to lose at this point. If we can nick a point, obviously coefficient and points and money are on the line for us, but if we concede a second, it really doesn't mean anything because Ormarkson gives it away. And let's see what we can do on Mbappe this time. He really is quite decent, isn't he? Gadini tracking back now. Come on, boys. Come on. Don't concede a second one. Oh, there it is. Musiala. And in the 89th minute, it's been late in both halves too, hasn't it? So you wonder if there's maybe a little bit of a fatigue issue there. But I suspect, I mean, we saw the league table at the start that Paris Saint-Germain were very much at the top of it. So they are clearly a very good team. So maybe losing 2-0 at home isn't the worst thing that could happen. Yeah, let me know what you think. If where it is we're falling. I mean, defensively is where we haven't really attacked them here either, have we? But we are missing Bakali, who is our advanced playmaker. So he's usually the one that would be, I guess, responsible for that kind of stuff. I've just realised Antonio's playing in the back three now, but that's fine. He should be able to do that for a bit. Yeah, so it is just a case of we're just not quite good enough yet, isn't it? That's what it comes down to. We have some good young players that could become good enough to compete at this level, but as things stand right now, they're certainly not where they need to be. But there we go. We didn't really do much. As I say, take the penalty out. They still had an XG of 1.5, so they deserve to win that one. So there we go. At the end of the league phase, Paris Saint-Germain do finish top, so we can't have too many complaints. I mean, you look at this. We faced 3 of the top 8 teams. So that's a little harsh on us, isn't it? And then if we scroll all the way down, Barcelona are up there. So who else did we play? We didn't play Leipzig, did we? Lyon, we play. How are Lyon 22nd? That does surprise me. They looked quite a good side. So Doge Gardens, whatever they're called, have got into the top 24. So that's a little disappointing that they got through and not... yeah, that feels like a sort of team that we could beat. Cadiz, Midtjylland, and all the way down the bottom. The only point that Jerv got was against us. So that's a frustrating one, isn't it? 31st, though, is where we finish. So there we go, youthful Grindavik come unstuck. It feels like that just gets copy-pasted after every Champions League game. A little bit of extra cash. But there we go, that is the end of the league campaign, or the on-pitch action anyway. League campaign's actually just about to start up again. Now, there was a question, how did Sturm Graz get on in Europe this year? Seeing how they got on in the Europa League, and therefore get an idea how we would do. So if we do just have a look at the Europa League table, I don't know why, this is Napoli. I don't know why it's gone to Capolini. Anyway, if anybody knows, I don't want to edit it back because then we'll get stuck with a little editor thing. But Sturm Graz with a game to go in this still are just outside the top 24 by a point. So I think we would do better than what Sturm Graz are doing, to be honest. But that gives you an idea roughly where they stand. But there we go, wait right there, we will be back momentarily for our end of season awards. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Grindavik end of season awards! Thank you everybody, thank you so much, thank you and welcome to our Grindavik end of season awards. It's been a really successful season domestically, the Gags of course winning the domestic cup to add to a quartet of trophies, and then the annual, as it is now, traditional end to the season of getting spanked by everybody in Europe. But the boys have done well. There's a little bit of progress being made, I think. So we'll give them a big round of applause, and we'll hope that we compete a little bit better with the big boys next season. The first award this evening is the Golden Pen, going to this season's signing of the year. And this guy he's shown a real bit of promise, I think. Only cost us 115 grand out of Ecuador. So congratulations to the centre-back, Wilmar Mosquera. The next award is the Golden Card, awarded to the player with the worst discipline. Now, no one was ever going to get anywhere near the magnificent effort of Axe last year with 4 red cards. But I guess still a worthy winner. No red cards this year, 6 yellows. It is a little bit pathetic, really, isn't it? But congratulations nonetheless. Hansi Mortensen. The next award is the Golden Bullseye, awarded to the player who has completed the most passes per 90 minutes. And, well, it does tend to go to a centre-back, this one, and this season is no different, with an average of 96 passes per 90 minutes. Congratulations to Georgie Gall. Next up, it's the Golden Spoon, awarded to the player who feeds the strikers, the man with the most assists, and a very, very solid season from this man, one of our own, and with 15 assists, a very worthy winner of the Golden Spoon. Congratulations goes to Damien Allmarkson. The next award is the Golden Anchor for the player we can rely on, the man with the highest average match rating, and a favourite of my daughter, and will almost certainly at some point go the same way as the Golden Spoon, so enjoy it while it's here. But with an average match rating of 7.88, it is just Mr. Reliable. He's got a sore back from carrying this club for so long. Congratulations, Fausto Ghedini. The next award comes from the medical department. It is the Golden Cross for this season's most injured player. And this guy dedicated himself to the craft. It was a knee ligament or something. It was a 9-month injury, 100% deserved. Congratulations, missing 45% of the season, Gary Turpenson. The next award is the Golden Soother for the baby of the team, this season's best young player. And this guy underwent a name change through the season, but it did nothing to affect his form. So congratulations goes to another Academy graduate, Neil Baltenson. Next up, it is the Golden Boot, awarded to the top goal scorer, and this has been Fausto Ghedini territory in recent seasons, but with his change of role, there was room for somebody else to step up, and the man who did that scored 33 goals, including some stunners in the Champions League. Congratulations, get back up here, Neil Baltenson. The next award is the Horse's Ass for this season's worst player. And on-field performances, you'd say this guy is probably harshly dealt with. Off-field performances, 100% earned. Missed training, no fewer than 4 or 5 times. I do appreciate a good night out as much as the next man, but at some point you've got to show up for training. So the horse's ass goes to the newly departed Matej Kedler. Next up, it is one of the big ones. It is the Viewers Player of the Year, voted on, of course, by you watching at home. Now, I do want to give a big thank you on behalf of everybody at the club for everybody who nominated and then voted for their Player of the Season. And with 43% of the vote, the man you have voted as your Player of the Year is Fausto Ghedini. Now, before we get to announcing this season's Player of the Year, we do need to acknowledge the Team of the Season. So if you do just direct your eyes up to the board, you will see that the goalkeeper, unsurprisingly, is Rafferson. We have a back three of Mortensen, Gall and Parisi, with wing-backs of Alvarado and Kidland, of course, who has newly departed. We have a midfield of Antonio, of Olmarkson and Bakali, and a front two of Ghedini and Baltinson. Not often the game gets this right, but I think that's just about nailed it on the head. So well done, boys. You've all had wonderful, wonderful seasons, and hopefully more the same next year. Which brings us now to the big one, the Golden Star for this season's Player of the Year. And there's this guy. It's hard to argue against him. And, everybody loves a goal, don't they? And as we've already seen, this guy won the Golden Boot. So the Golden Star for this season at Grindavik, congratulations, goes to Neil Baltinson. Well done, well done. Congratulations to Neil and the rest of the winners this evening. Like I say, it's been, again, a season of domination domestically. European football, it just leaves a sour taste at the end of the season, doesn't it? But we'll be back next year. We'll strengthen over the off-season, and hopefully the youngsters will be that little bit more experienced, and next season will be a good one. So until then, thank you everybody who's come out tonight. Thank you for you at home and watching in the auditorium. And I will see you again next season at the new Grindavik Stadium. Good night, everybody, and thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. No, we won't be going to the nightclub. So there we go, end of season awards done for the year. Let's have a quick look here and see what we have in terms of signings. Now, Kadlec, we've sold him on already, so it turns out to be a decent signing. We got goals out of him and doubled our transfer money, so that's not too bad. Svensson is a bit of a flop. He plays well, but he's just... anyway, we'll move on. Gall is looking better and better, I've got to say, so that's not too bad. Parisi, A+. He looks like he could be a little bit of class for us. Mosquera was signing of the year, possibly down to the fee, but he's done quite well. Icelandic, we haven't seen much of yet. We kind of are waiting for him to be able to be registered in the league squad, to be honest. Juleson has played well, I thought, since coming in when Kidland left. Albert Jonsson is looking like he could be a star, and he's an A+ signing as well. Alvarado is doing okay, though I'm not completely convinced about his long-term future, if I'm honest. Astadi has done okay. I wouldn't say maybe anything more than that. Ragnarsson has played well when he's played, but again, he's one we need to really wait to get registered in the league squad. And Meshalek has done not as well as expected, I would say, but as always, we'll give him a chance to settle in and see how he gets on. Transfers out, did anybody go and play? Sologvadze has been playing, unsurprisingly. Capiello has been playing. Axe has been... How many red cards did he get this year? Can we... Axe, I miss him. Kidland has gone off to France and is playing. Good fee we got for him, wasn't it? Gudmundsson has gone off to Spain's playing a little bit. Halkson, we saw him a couple of times this season. Cisse, completely forgot about him. The goalkeeper looks like he's starting games in Spain, so good luck to him there. Triggy Magnusson is playing, which is good for him. Borges, less said about him the better, really. We've got a couple of kids that have gone off here. He's playing, which is good to see. The others maybe not so much in terms of playing time. So Morty Mortensen hasn't played either. So that is the transfers. The season as it was, we won the league at a canter. So, C is a bit harsh on me, I think. But anyway, Champions League, you can see where we're at the time. Obviously, this happens before the last few games. If I was betting man right now, I'd say we're not going to get out of the group, but let's see if that's correct or not. We've got the Cup, which of course we ended up winning with the GAG, so well done to them. The League Cup, we ended up winning. Did we win that? No, that's the Charity Shield thing. And the League Cup we won as well. So we've done a domestic sweep, which is very nice. Moments to remember: the 9-0 win over the Armenians in the first qualifying round was the biggest win. The match to remember was a 7-1 over Grota, and the goal of the season, which we'll come back to in a moment, given by the game, was Antonio's strike against Grindavik all the way back in March. The finances, we can see here, we have had a little reputation boost. It said when you get that sort of notification, that message in your inbox. So yeah, we are the highest reputation team in Iceland, unsurprisingly. Broadcast revenue was down a little bit, but essentially the same. Competition prize money is down as well. Well, that all is what it is. Shirt sales: Bakali, Gadini, Baltinson, Kadlik, and Svensson is maybe the surprise one there. Kadlik, very, very popular shirt on the clubbing scene, I understand. The team as the season as it lines up. Now, whether this was actually the team that was read out at the end of season awards, I do not know yet. But yeah, because we know it's not always the most accurate. But to be fair, that's not far wrong if that is the team that ends up being given. Now, there has been the update since we last did the award, so perhaps that has been fixed in the update. And we can see here, Fans Player of the Year, Baltinson. Young Player of the Year, Baltinson. Signing of the season, Mosquera. Goal of the season will come back to Baltinson with the most goals. Allmarkson with the most assists, or not quite a club record though. That still belongs to Turpinson. Most Man of the Match awards was Gadini, but of course we don't give that on the night. Highest average match rating, Gadini. Most passes completed was Georgie Gall, so well done to him. And highest transfer fee paid was a record, and received as well. Kadlik almost got both records in the single season, so that would have been quite something, wouldn't it? But there we go. Wonderful, wonderful things have happened this season, domestically anyway. And if we go and have a quick look here, let's see what we've got here. This is the league review, is it? So Breidablik and KA relegated, which of course we already knew. The best 11, so this is the overall best 11. Let's have a look here. So Jose Antonio has gone into the best 11 on the bench. Hasn't quite overdone Sayas yet, which is maybe fair, because Sayas was so good for so long, wasn't he? Rocky and Engon Dala are still there as well. Matheson, so a few great names of the past still holding on to their places in the starting lineup. That's where are they now? If you want to have a quick or a bit of a longer look at that, by all means go and give that a pause. And let's see here, where are they now? The 2024 side again. If you want to have a longer look at that, give it a quick pause. There's some names from the past there. Eggs on Toast. Is he retired yet? He has retired, so sad to see. He didn't become a coach. Would love to get him back as the culinary chef or something. Alright, so the supporter profile update. Core and family support has dropped, but Fairweather, corporate and casual has gone up. We've lost 13,000 social media followers. What did we do on social media to do that? Rule changes, which is just transfer window changes. So that now brings us to the goal of the season. As ever, the way that this works is the goal the game gave even, plus 3 others I deem worthy, will be available to vote on at the end of the little compilation. There will be a link down top of the descriptions if you're voting for Viewers Player of the Year. Click on that, take you through to a straw poll. Vote for which goal you think is our goal of the season, and we will announce the winner in early next season. So that's it for today. If you've enjoyed that, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time for a transfer special. Take care.
Cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, nah, likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness. I just wanna be greatness.
hear our top 4 goals from the 2030 season, don't forget to vote for your favourite.
Fight me. Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. That energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic. Ain't nobody